or Patreon at www.patreon.com/WVFP.
You guys, Podcast New York City likes gossip. I love his show. He's funny. I love his show. He's funny. I love his show. He's funny. I love his show.
Okay, we're telling you the story of Rachel Haywire and Fiume Gallery. We already did Rachel Haywire's background. You can go back and listen to part 1. We're going to do Fiume Gallery, the disaster. That'll be part 3, but right now, we're going to get into Rachel's comeback. Born again in Dime Square, Rachel Haywire, the lead up to the Fiume Gallery disaster. Let's talk about it. Born again, Rachel Haywire. Fiume Gallery, New York City. I don't even care how you pronounce it. Some like Italian shit, I don't know, who cares? Well, she's back. Do you know what Dime Square is? It's this place, it's called like the Dissident Right, New York City on the Lower East Side. It's basically like Red Scare podcast, and Curtis Yarvin funds the whole thing. Curtis Yarvin even has his own like hangout down there. I think it's closed now, but it was called the Sovereign House. And these kids own the Sovereign House. It's like Nick Allen and Matt, I don't know, his name's Easton or whatever. It's Mainstream Views, Future Moldovan Citizen, right? And Rachel kind of knows Matt, knows Future Moldovan Citizen. So Rachel is worming her way in, right? And you
In person,
he's like a
that he has clout.
You know
okay, like
how,
I actually
you know
this
how
guy.
sexy he is, right? Like, you know
Nick
how,
Nick showed me a photo of Future Moldovan.
He's
if only I were.
See, I'm not gonna dox him, but he's. I'm not gonna dox him, but he's.
There's nothing to dox.
So Rachel knows Matt, so she worms her way in. She starts tweeting about Pariah the doll, and she starts talking about Dime Square all the time because she's trying to, you've got Curtis Yarvin, right? So why wouldn't somebody who used to have a Teal grant for their trigger warning thing show up? And she's talking about Chris Rufio, and there's, she's all down there. She's got this futurist letters thing, and she publishes a story, and in the story she's talking about Curtis Yarvin, and she's talking about Sovereign House. She's really glazing him, and she's handing him a glass of champagne in the story. So don't be surprised that a former Peter Thiel recipient kind of got her way. She was at the Cool Kids thing that New York Magazine, reported on, and she was at the Passage Press ball down there, the Dissident Right thing, of course, because Curtis Yarvin, right? So Rachel Haywire's back. She's in Dime Square. She's sucking off the cloud of Dime Square. And by early January 2025, Rachel's with the rest of the Peter Thiel weirdos in New York City, and she's got a thing. She does it in Brooklyn. And it's basically a one-off event that she does, and when she does this one-off event, it was called the National Futurist Party Manifesto Salon. It was sponsored by Arcadia, which is one of those Peter Thiel things. It's like they're building a new city, like Praxis. The guy who started it used to work for the Praxis guy. So at any rate, she has this party. No one comes. It's out in Brooklyn. It rains, and nobody likes it. But it's about launching the Fiume Gallery, and she starts pushing right away. She starts talking about she's going to have a gallery. It's going to be in Chelsea. Of course, it's just a room in Chelsea, but that's fine. And guess what? She's got Nick Dollinger on her team. And Nick Dollinger used to work for Curtis Yarvin. Wow, surprise. Yarvinist is there. But Curtis Yarvin's, old personal assistant's involved. So she's really putting together a team now, right? She's back. She's in Times Square. The first thing she does, she puts some girls together. And it's Boy Waif and Anna KW, the girl from the Hegelian thing, of course, because that's some more like Peter Thiel stuff or whatever. But isn't that weird? So now Rachel's like putting a team together, but it's like the Hegelian girls and the girl Boy Waif, who was actually on our show. This happened afterward. The Hegelian girls, if you don't know what that is, it's like an online thing,
How many Hegelian Egirls are there?
We have the core 3. There's a 4th actually. We're planning to start a podcast really soon with the 4 of us. Mm-hmm. There's also a group chat that has like 90 girls in it, about that much. And we just talk about Hegelian ego related topics.
So the Anna KW or whatever, they already talk about Peter Thiel, they admit to all that stuff. So it looked like that was the gang. It was going to be the Hegelian girl and Boy Waif and Rachel. But right away, she had a falling out with Boywaif, and Boywaif starts accusing her of charging people money. Like, apparently she goes to this meeting, and Rachel's, like, trying to charge people to be involved in the project or something. And there's some kind of truth to it, because Rachel is posting on her Twitter about how she does consulting sessions, and, you know, she's charging people $5,000 to, I don't know, talk to her, learn how to tweet. I have no idea. So there's this big thing, this big blow up between Boywaif and Rachel, and Boywaif kind of accuses Rachel of trying to scam on her, and there's a bunch of tweets about it, and the original band breaks up right away. But the other girl stays, and, you know, she's got another girl from Chicago who was also part of the Hegelian thing. It's Queen Thug Shaker or whatever, so now it's the Hegelian Girls and Queen Thug Shaker, and they're going to do the Fiume Gallery. And it's going to open on May 10th, 2025. And that's when the promises start. You know, Rachel starts saying a lot of stuff. She's spending a lot of money. She needs to hire a bunch of models and actresses and runway people, and she's going to charge money. You know, and this is going to be a real thing, and there's going to be professional press coverage, she tells people, and this is going to be professionally choreographed or whatever. And, you know, it's not normal for people to charge for a gallery opening, right? There's lots of gallery openings in New York City. Not only is Rachel charging like $20 or $25 or something, but there's VIP tickets. What is she promising people here, right? She's talking about people should come stay at the Hotel Chelsea if they're flying into town for it, and it's $50. Bum, bum, dum, dum. You know, she's like doing this ad campaign. High press, $50, VIP, baby. And that was it. On we go. We're going straight to the Fire Festival, low-key our Fire Festival of the New York City Gallery World. So, you know, Rachel's kind of, that's it. We're about to run up to the show. We're about to have the show. She's making a lot of promises. The only other thing I can say is that she, right in the run-up to the show, made everybody really mad with her Twitter crash outs. Apparently she did a lot of stuff. Really undermined the show. If you want to know why everybody was mad, we're going to talk about it in part 3. But, you know, one of the things you should think about is as the show came out, she was having these crash outs. For example, she started telling people that celebrities were chasing her, and the feds were, you know, onto her. She's tweeting about the feds, telling people not to talk to her. Then her boyfriend or her ex-stalker got out of jail, and he was released from prison, and he was targeting Times Square, and there was a drama there. And then, you know, she's just fighting with everybody on Twitter. She's fighting with her own friends. And then people are starting to tell her, listen, don't hang out. You know, I hear a lot of things about people telling Rachel, don't hang out. You know, it's the run-up to her show. She's supposed to be hanging out and making friends, but instead she's fighting with everybody. As a matter of fact, on 4/19, remember her show's on like May 10th, 5/10. Like 20 days on 4/19 before her show, she's tweeting that she's not going to ever do public events anymore because she made somebody mad in Times Square. And, you know, now everybody hates her. Apparently it may have been, gossip is it may have been Anna Kachin, because Rachel said a bunch of shit about Anna Kachin and some leaked DMs or whatever. But the point is, woof, Rachel can't keep it together as her show is coming up. National Futurism, it's on its way. We have the show. Fiume Gallery opening May 10th, 2025. Why was everybody so angry about it? You're about to learn why. Or at least, you're about to learn everyone's reactions. It's just a stupid show. But it was funny. National Futurist Party with Rachel Haywire. But first, go to www.patreon.com. WVFP is a downtown New York City podcast